Two quick things. Number one, this is one of the best college basketball games I've ever seen in this building in my time. Men's games, women's games. It was a NCAA second round regional kind of feel to it. Both teams played hard. Both teams did everything they could to win the game, and a lot of great players, a lot of great players making great plays. But at the end of the day, we did the things that we needed to do, and really proud of our kids for that. And we talked about making an investment and trusting what you're about, and I thought they did that tonight.
Bill, what'd you think about how your team shot at the free throw line late in the game?
Well, the good thing now is they won't roll their eyes at me when I say free throws in practice. I think probably there's so many. I mean, I know it's late, so I apologize. There's a lot of things that you can look at statistically, but probably the three things that I would point to is the amount of minutes our freshmen played against a top 10 team. We didn't turn the ball over one time in either overtime, and I think we made our last 14 free throws. You have to be a good player on a good team, but you got to have a little, you know what, in you, and a little toughness, and to stand up there and do that. And it seemed like everyone was 1 point. They kept us up 3, a lot of that. So, yeah, there's a ton of things to evaluate, but 25 assists on 28 baskets, and a lot of really, really good things against a team that I think is, like I said earlier, that's a team that's going to be hard to knock out of the NCAA tournament. They're so well coached. They play so hard. And obviously with Yoki back, they're even that much better.
What's this win do for you guys at this time after kind of everything you've been through maybe over the last 4 or 5 games?
No, I think obviously, whether you're a young person, old person, you get to a point where like, hey, I'm doing everything I can, I'm working, but I'm not getting the results that I want. And that's hard, and especially when you're 18 to 22 years old, and, it's like I tell them, like, you study and study and study for a test, and I got a B. Well, I studied so hard. Well, it happens. That's life. And what we talked about was embracing the hard stuff. Most people don't do that, and I think you just gotta. I've said this to you guys so many times. I believe showing up is a huge skill. Every day, even when people are telling you what you're not, and reading the comments about them, and it's not going good. So I thought what they did, and we practiced really well for 2 days. So I thought, we were ready to go, and I thought the start of the game was big, and the crowd got us to the finish line.
Coach, can you talk about the matchup between Audie and Yoka?
Yeah, that's one of the matchups that people really, I think, at our level you don't see a lot. And I thought a couple things. I don't know that you could say if it was a fight, it might be a draw. They both played great. They both impacted their teams. The thing I would say about Audie that I was a little concerned about going in is when Yoki blocks her shot, you get a little tentative, and Audie didn't. She came to the bench one time. She goes, Coach, I'm just going to keep going. I'm like, exactly. That's what you need to do. So 2 of the best post players in our league, and 2 of the best, one of the best has proven it over a career, and the one on our team has a chance to be that kind of player, and hopefully that will be the case.
Now, what does this win do just for a young team like you have right now? I mean, they're gonna learn what the Big 12 is no matter what they have, but just what's this do for a young team like that?
No, I think it really probably at a critical time, like Tommy asked, like we've been wobbling here a little bit and struggled on the road, and knowing what you have on Saturday, and you're just looking for something positive. And I don't, when the season's over, we'll look back and go, did this turn the season? Did it really matter? I don't know, but there's no question that it puts us in a direction that we needed. I have no issue, have had no issue with our team effort-wise and what we're doing. We haven't played great, and that's my fault. But for them to have some level of success tonight, I think will be something certainly they can build on. They'll sleep on it. They'll sleep well tonight, and then we get Texas on Saturday. So, welcome to the Big 12.
Coach, how big of a step forward did your players, and Audie probably specifically, but how big of a step forward did they take in this game?
Oh, I think they took a huge step forward because of the opponent, the quality of the opponent. One of the best defensive teams, as we mentioned. Yoki's one of the, she's an All-American post player. The idea that you play really well, they come back. You gotta find a way to survive overtime, and then in the overtime at the end of the game, you don't turn the ball over. You make the right defensive plays. You make your free throws. That's what mature teams do, and not teams that have 140-some minutes of freshmen playing. So our kids, our freshmen are, they're still freshmen, but they're a little older. Obviously, we're in their 20-whatever game of the year. But I've said this many times, they have a little bit of an edge to them that they're not afraid of the moment. And I think that they were all raised right to learn to appreciate what you need to do. And if you're in the huddles, they're always, we're good, let's go. They act different than most freshmen. And maybe it's because they're playing a lot, but they came to us with that. And like I said, it's the coaching that they've had coming to us, the parenting that they've had when they came to us, and that's the way they act every day.
And I know there's no easy answer to this, but how do you carry over a performance like that into Texas on Saturday and obviously the rest of the Big 12 schedule down the road?
No, I think obviously tomorrow will be there won't be much practice tomorrow. We'll see if they can get out of bed tomorrow. They'll be in the ice baths a lot. But I think what it does is there is some residual fact that, okay, if you play this hard and you follow the game plan and you focus on taking care of the ball, you focus on making free throws, you can beat a top 10 team. And now we're going to turn around and play a team that's, fifth, sixth in the country. So if they don't show up to practice tomorrow with a big smile on their face and an understanding of what's possible, then we're all wasting our time probably. But they'll be ready to go, and it's an exciting challenge for our program, and play on national TV on Saturday against a great Texas team. Last time, not going to deny that not really upset that we're not going back to Austin ever again. That's fine with me. But let them enjoy this one, and we'll come back tomorrow ready to go.
And obviously, Coach, you find yourselves up 13 at half against Kansas State, and then obviously in the second half, you guys see starting to slip a little bit going into overtime. I just wanted to talk about what you thought the resilience of the team was tonight, even going through 2 overtimes, fighting through everything just to pull out the win here.
Yeah, it's funny. We took our team to the Boys in the Boat movie over the holiday. That was Deb's idea, another great idea by her. And everyone had a word. You had to pick one word. And my word is resilient. And that's why I kept telling them that's what they were tonight. And, yeah, you have a 13-point lead. It slips away, and you're like, well, here we go again. Or, well, we were close. Or they just kept playing. And the kids off the bench, I thought Nellie had the best 12 minutes she's ever had here. Kelsey was good. Nye was good. So it was just one of those games where everyone did something when we had to have it. And that's a credit to them, and that they care enough about trying to make a play at the right time. So the ball bounced our way enough, and we were fortunate enough to get through it thanks to the fans.
Bill, that moment in the second overtime there, Audie falls to the ground, trainers come out, she waves him off. Just what does that say about the fight that she had tonight? Yeah,
she's tough. She's a tough kid, and sometimes I think Audie's, she's a performer. Get a little extra attention. That's a good thing. But no, she came out. We had to take her out because the trainers went out there, and she was like, "Coach, I'm good. Let me go." And she got hit in the eye a little bit, and sometimes I think some of those things scare you a little bit more than anything. But I don't. How many minutes did she play? I don't even know. I mean, 35 minutes, that's a lot of minutes for her. And she was wobbling a little bit, and everyone's just like, play through it. And I'm like, do you need one? She goes, Coach, I can do it. So that's a credit to her, and it's a credit to the fact that she cares enough about her teammates to know that we needed her in the game. Those things don't always go together. It's usually like, hey, take me out, I need a rest. She was like, all right, I can do this. So very impressed with her tonight, and just excited that she got to learn against one of the best players in the country. Yeah.
Kind of bouncing off Brett's question, obviously when you had to take Audie out, you had to put Nelly in. Obviously after that, you saw her make that huge basket. I know you're talking about Kelsey and Nelly in general, like saying they were good tonight, but could you expand on what they did tonight, off the bench with Kelsey getting 13 and Nelly getting 10 with those valuable minutes?
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey was no one on our team plays harder than Kelsey Jones. I mean, she's the one that's going to get the loose balls, but when you see her make some shots and impact offense, I mean, she made her free throws, hit some threes. She figures out a way to impact the game. And Nelly, like I said, to her credit, you think about a kid that knows every game she's going to get 10 to 12 minutes, and to go in there and go 5 for 6. She made a huge layup at the end of the shot clock in a close game. And then she comes out of the game, and she is Audie's biggest fan. And that is not easy to do when you're sitting behind one of the best young post players in the country, and hey, this is what I get. And we don't win the game without her tonight. She went in, did a great job on Yoki. She goes 5 for 6 and makes her layups. And I think that's the thing for her that, hopefully she can build on that, because she's impacted our team in such a positive way. And unfortunately, where her minutes are coming, and maybe the lack of success at times, but she was very important tonight.
Coach, I don't have the numbers for this in front of me, but you guys were wildly successful out of timeouts today. I don't know if that was your play calls or their execution or what, but I wanted to ask if you noticed that yourself too.
Yeah, I mean, we work on that a lot. It's like, football, offense, defense, and special teams, and we have the same mindset. I mean, people come watch us practice, and they're like, I've never seen a team work on inbounds plays and stuff because that's a good time for us to be organized and run stuff, and we have a lot of kids that can make plays. We had one silly turnover, it was a terrible call by me on an inbounds play, but other than that, it's where you can get them organized. Like, everyone can stop, the game stops. You start here, and then you get into your stuff. And I thought we were pretty good tonight. Sorry it was so late. I appreciate your time, man.